I'm going to demonstrate how to apply the grass to your project. Now this is just it's like a very fine particle that they take from this synthetic grass. And obviously with this option, this would just be glued down with a polyvinyl acetate or a PVA glue, okay? Whereas this one here, it's in the granular form. So what we're going to do today is look at how to apply this the best way possible. I've seen people, you know, put paint on, glue on their brush and then dab the grass onto the paintbrush. That's not always the best way to do it because your brush becomes a real mess. So the best way to do it is to put some glue, and at the moment I'm just using the PVA glue. And you might say, well, why have I actually painted the base green if I'm going to put green grass on top? That's to give us the best possible coverage. Okay, so with the grass, we want to obviously put it on sparingly, but there's also going to be blank spots that it doesn't cover as well. So we want to make sure we get a really effective effect, all right, from applying this grass to my project. So what I'm doing is now I'm using a paintbrush. You can see I'm doing nice long strokes along this to apply the glue. This glue is polyvinyl acetate, and polyvinyl acetate, whenever you hear the word poly at the start of a name of a product, it means that it's got a plastic particle in it. All right, and generally it's going to turn a clear colour, okay, once it dries, which is a good thing because we'll start to see the green come through and it won't interfere with our final product. All right, so I'm painting the glue on, and at this stage now I'm going to take my brush away. Now it would be a good idea, again, to apply the tape if you wanted to, like I showed in the past demonstration. If you wanted to make a distinct line, put some tape down first before you do this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle this on. And you can see these bottles make it quite effective because I can spray this onto it and get the best coverage. And I'm just taking my time here to give the best effect. Now remember, I can see white particles underneath. As I said, that will dry clear and you'll get a really good effect. And it'll also give you that, you know, it's not so much the colour, it's the texture we're looking for. So it looks like grass, okay? It's a texture. So we want to make sure we get the best possible texture. The reason I use the newspaper underneath it is for two reasons. The first thing, obviously, is that my glue doesn't go onto the bench. But the second is, I'm going to tap off the excess. You can see there's not that much excess that's come off whilst tapping it, but there's a lot that's come off in the application. So I'll just get that out of the way now. And what we do is, you know, you can scoop that up, and I guarantee there'll be more than one person using this per lesson. So the next person can put their newspaper down and, you know, shake this onto their project once they've applied the glue. The other option is, if we've got lots left over, at the end of the lesson we can make a funnel up, and I might do a demonstration of that later, and we can tip that back into the bottle, okay? And that's going to save our resources. If you wanted a sand finish, so you wanted like a rough finish, or you want to do sand around a river, okay, same process. You paint it with the glue first. I'd paint the colour underneath into an appropriate colour, like a brown. Then I'd paint it with the glue, and then apply my sand in the same method. This is great as well if you wanted to have a road with a textured surface. So what I would do, I'd paint my surface black first, okay? I'd then let it dry. I'd paint it with a PVA glue, apply the sand, and then I'd paint it black again, and that's going to give you that really gravelly surface that looks very effective in a model. Obviously that's very fine sand. You can do the same process with any grade of sand. The thicker you go, or the bigger grains you use, the more texture it's going to give you. All right.